In 18.1, it's going to want you to match up inequality symbols with its verbal description. And it's important to be able to know how to read an inequality symbol. And a lot of kids get them confused. Which one's less than, which one's greater than. So there's two ways you can look at it. If you think of a number line, put 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So -5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's look at the number 3. We know that all of the numbers to the right of 3 are greater than. So 4, 5, 6, on and so forth are greater than 3. And we know that all of the numbers to the left of 3 are less than. So that's one way to think about it. Think about where the inequality is pointing. So if your inequality is pointing to the right, then you are greater than, or in this situation, you're greater than or equal to. If your inequality is pointing to the left, less than or equal to, you are less than. That's going to help you match up on number 1 and help you read through inequalities. So if I were to look at A for number 1, this variable h can be anything. So let's go ahead and call it height. And the inequality is pointing to the right, so we can read this as the height is greater than 50. So I'm going to match A to greater than. So your height is greater than 50. If I look at B, the inequality symbol is pointing to the left and it's got the line underneath. So I could read this as your height is less than or equal to 20. So I'm going to match it up with less than or equal to 20. Less than or equal to 20. And then when I look at C, the inequality symbol is pointing to the right. So I'm going to read this symbol as greater than or equal to. Now make sure you always read it from left to right. So we would say that 30 has to be greater than or equal to your height. And I'm going to match it over there. 30 is greater than or equal to your height. Now when you look at number 2, it's asking, is 25 a solution to any of the inequalities? And just like equations, a solution means that you have a true statement when you plug it in for the variable. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take 25 and plug it into each of these 3 statements and see if I have a true statement. So I'm going to take 25, put it in for A. So is 25 greater than 50? That's going to be a false. So 25 is not a solution. Is 25 less than or equal to 20? That's another false. So on the last one, I'm going to say, is 30 greater than or equal to 25? This is true. So we're going to go ahead and say that 25 is a solution to this inequality. 30 is greater than or equal to h. So 25 is a solution to 30 is greater than or equal to h. And you can use this trick for any time you have to determine if a number is a solution to an inequality. So let's go and tackle 3. Is 40 a solution to any of the inequalities? So it's going to plug it in. Is 40 greater than 50? No. Is 40 less than or equal to 20? No. Is 30 greater than or equal to 40? No. So in this situation, 40 is a solution to none. So it's not a solution to all 3 of them. So 40 is no solution. Let's go ahead and tackle 4. Plug 30 in for each of these equations or inequalities and test them out. Is 30 greater than 50? That's definitely false. Is 30 less than or equal to 20? That's a false. Is 30 greater than or equal to 30? Because of this line underneath, we are allowed to say this is true. So then we can say that 30 is a solution to 30 is greater than or equal to h.